did not have enough fuel to reach their proposed landing site in China. The bombers immediately approached the Japanese mainland just over the wave tops and hopped up to 1,500 feet to drop their concussion and incendiary bombs. After their attacks, the bombers dropped back down to treetop level, in some cases below treetops, as they escaped to the west towards China. Most of the 16 B-25s, each with a 5-man crew, attacked the Tokyo area, with a few hitting Nagoya. Damage to the intended military targets was modest, and none of the planes reached the Chinese airfields, though all but a few of their crewmen survived. Only one plane landed. It had turned north and landed in Russia, where the crew was interned. 11 other crews bailed out in total darkness and pounding rain. 4 crews attempted to ditch or crash land. The Japanese high command was deeply embarrassed. 3 of the 8 American airmen captured by the Japanese were executed. Spurred by combined Fleet Commander Admiral Yamamoto, they also resolved to eliminate the risk of any more such raids by the early destruction of America's aircraft carriers, a decision that led them to disaster at the Battle of Midway a month and a half later, where the Japanese lost 4 aircraft carriers. The Doolittle raid is considered one of the greatest successes in military history, even though all the aircraft were lost. After the raid, Doolittle was sure his military career was over, and he would be court-martialed since he had lost all of his airplanes and the crew were scattered all over eastern China. Instead, he was awarded the Medal of Honor and promoted to Brigadier General, skipping the rank of Colonel. The Doolittle Raiders have an annual reunion each year on April 18th. Panchito has had the honor of flying many of the Raiders and attending many of the reunions. As we watch out in air show right, Panchito will be launching here momentarily. We just got word here that wanted to pass on that those of you who need it, the ATM machine is working again. So the ATM machine is working at this time. As we look down the right end zone, you'll get a chance to watch the B-25 Mitchell bomber as it does its takeoff. And imagine this aircraft taking off of a aircraft carrier, World War II flat top, as we watch him come off of air show runway 23 right. As they make their final checks in the cockpit. Panchito's Performance Day is brought to you by the Disabled American Veterans. The DAV wants to thank you for your patriotism for our country and for helping us to keep the spirit of American flying. Your steadfast enthusiasm and support of these antique aircraft keep these wonderful planes in the air, thrilling millions each year with their peacetime performance and honoring those who flew them in times of war. From all the disabled veterans of all wars, we thank you for joining with us today to enjoy the Panchito, the beautiful B-25 from World War II. We are losing World War II veterans at a rate of over 1,500 a day. We owe our freedoms today to those veterans that saved our country during the greatest conflict the world has ever known.
I'm not getting up. I can't get up.
Hello there, Lynn May here with the DAV flight team. We're so proud to be here and bring Panchito, watch for her in the air. She's getting ready to take off. Just wanted to tell you, Lieutenant Colonel Nick Cole is still with us today. If you hadn't had a chance to go over and take a look at our display and say hello to Colonel Cole, please stop by and see us. And there goes Panchito now. Sponsored by the Disabled American Veterans.
All right, as they accelerate down, air show left. They'll be coming back in for the start of their air show demonstration. This beautiful B-25J Mitchell bomber, Panchito, is owned and piloted by Larry Kelly of Mardella Springs, Maryland. The original Panchito, named after the feisty Mexican rooster in Disney's 1944 animated musical, The Three Caballeros, was a bomber with the 396th Bomb Squadron, 41st Bomb Group, 7th Air Force, stationed in Okinawa during the hot summer of 1945. Panchito was built at the North American Aviation Factory in Kansas City in the fall of 1944. She has two Curtiss-Wright 14-cylinder, 2,600 cubic inch radial engines developed smoking 1,700 horsepower. She has 13, 15, 50 caliber machine guns and carries a 3,000-pound bomb load. She also has depth charges, incendiary bombs, parafrag bombs, or even a torpedo. A 5-inch